Hello there, this is Kakaaki Social and welcome to Friday's edition. I'm Rena Obozeghie, happy hour of course. Now the federal government has approved a 5 billion naira to each state in Nigeria, and the FCT as relief aid to minimize the effect of fuel subsidy removal on the people. Now of the 5 billion naira, 52% is grant while the remaining 48% is loan and is expected to be repaid within 20 months. Each state is advised to get 100,000 bags of rice, 40,000 bags of maize, that's agbado if you prefer, and as well as fertilizers that will be distributed to the poor in every state. How did this go down on social media? Israel says governors will pocket 4 billion naira while 1 billion naira will go to citizens. Many states got bailout funds during Buhari, and up till date, no concrete explanation from some governors on how they spent the money. So, Otilo. Also reacting to this is Dan Tata, who says this isn't fair. How can Kano get 5 billion naira and Bayelsa also 5 billion naira? Kano has 5+ times the population of Bayelsa state. Borno gets 5 billion naira and Lagos also 5 billion naira. Borno is up north and farther away from ports. The impact of the increase in fuel price affects goods more up north than in the south. For Vincent, it says, will the sharing of rice and money be done on monthly basis? Why not increase minimum wage and also support small-scale businesses to reduce overdependence of the people on the government? For Rashwal, after releasing 5 trucks of rice, FG is also giving out 5 billion naira to states to cushion the effects of subsidy removal. Hold your governors accountable. Definitely is now in their coffers. And the suspended CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, was back to court on Thursday, this time not in Lagos but in Abuja. He was meant to answer to the over 6.9 billion naira procurement fraud allegation against him by the federal government. Now, that didn't happen as the second defendant, Sadiat Yaru, who is also a staff of the CBN, wasn't present in court. A lawyer said she is sick. Now, that caused the adjournment to August 23. And by the way, she is the one Emefiele is being accused of conferring corrupt advantages on. Away from that, the highlight of this on social media is Emefiele avoiding newsmen. He made sure it was difficult to get a shot of him as he continued to hide his face. In fact, I saw on social media that he was crying in court. Others said he collapsed, but my colleague who covered the session told me he saw none of those. All he could confirm was that Emefiele dodging the camera before the lawyers shielded him away, and that is what you have on your screen right there. So how did this go down on social media? Over to some reactions now. Joseph says journalists are who they are. They have to do their job. You don't have to love them, but never hate them. When the going is good, you post for their shot. When the going is bad, don't hide from the camera. Adesoya says, I thought when he was in power, he always bragged about saying whoever wants to fight him should come out that time. So why is he hiding? And for Cutineka, I really don't feel anything for this guy. If you work for them, dined with them, you deserve the shame. It's a lesson for everyone, especially these good ones who was once critical of Nigerian leadership and government but have accepted to work for them. I hope they do the right things because, Liberate Africa says everyone is telling Emefiele not to talk. He would soon be out. Emefiele is weighing his options. Should I trust them or should I take everyone down with me? Let's see what becomes of everything that's happening right now. And in what is quite incomprehensible for some persons on social platforms, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, shared pictures of their boss, Buba Marwa, and singer Naira Marley on their official X handle on Thursday. No, he wasn't arrested for drug trafficking. He was there to pledge support for the war against drug abuse. I mean, it was surprising for netizens, some of course, because they were like, hey, you dey wine me ni abi. Is it playing? Now, there is a video of him advising Marley and his fans to stay away from drugs.
This is your boy Naira Marley. I would like to urge my fans, Malians, and all the Nigerian youths to stop doing drugs because it's not good for your well-being. Let's all stop substance abuse in any form. I've keyed into this campaign to support NDLEA to stop drugs on the street. Please join us. It's really not good. It makes you go back into crime. It does a lot of things to you. Thank you very much.
Well, such a poorly done video, but it is what it is. Kelvin, in reaction to this, says, when Hush Puppy comes out of jail, the EFCC should make him their ambassador so he can help them fight against internet fraud. If Naira Marley can do it for NDLEA with fight against drugs, Hush Puppy deserves a chance, then make Speed Darlington, Khan and Murik chairman. Irunia says, I am so happy that I chose buying data over flying to UK. Now every day when they bust my head online, it's like Davido going to support abstinence. Make it make sense. And this is Tonto DK. Yesterday she was trending after this reaction and she said, this, I must say, is the biggest embarrassment from any government agency or drug law enforcement agency. For another user, he said, well, to educate a few when resolving a crisis, there is what we call stakeholder engagement. In stakeholder engagement, it is not only those who hold the levels of power that are included, but those who perpetrate those very atrocities that are being tackled. And then this tweets or X by Naira Marley came back yesterday. He made it on the 3rd of July this year, 2023, where he says, God, please, don't let me see what you make me to leave smoking. And he answered, amen. So this was what they brought back yesterday, but as a last response said, maybe it is important. You know, people like him, they're important in ending the fight against them. And away from that, the Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, is again suing to stop former governors turned ministers from receiving double pay and life pensions. They made the post on X, formerly known as Twitter, even though some of us may never call it X. Now, their focus this time is on those who made it to President Tinubu's cabinet, the 8 of them who were state executives. Let's see what they tweeted yesterday. They said, breaking, we are suing to block former governors Wike, Umahi, Badaru, Matawale, Lalog, Oyetola, Bagudu, and Gadiam from receiving life pensions, free healthcare, exotic cars, and other allowances from their states while serving as ministers. This user says, absolutely necessary. It makes no sense. For Emmanuel, they are just in the position to ruin the country. They don't really care about the welfare of the people. Final reaction coming to that is from NGX Consult, who says, if only your lawsuits are working, Nigeria would have been a great nation by now. But unfortunately, your lawsuits are like water poured on a stone, very useless. Okay, so that's the same reaction right there. Oh, so that's everything on Kakaaki Social this morning, and of course for the week. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll see you again on Monday.